Good morning, welcome back to the farm. Today we're getting a little bit of crimping done. We've had some cover crop in for around 45 days now. The buckwheat is flowered out and it's starting to go to seed, and the sun hemp that was mixed in has a pretty good biomass on it, so we're ready to terminate that and send it back to the ground. One of the ways that we terminate our cover crop, especially when we want the mulch layer left behind so that we can plant back through it, is we crimp. And crimping is nothing more than bending and breaking the stalk so that the plant terminates. And it works really well on wheat. I've had good success with it on buckwheat. We're trying it for sun hemp this year. So far the results seem fairly positive in a couple beds that we've done. But when it comes to crimping, you'll see videos where people are using a T-bar or a piece of rebar and a rope, which is what we're using today. But they tend to come at the beds from kind of a head-on angle. And we have found that when you do that, you lay all of the cover crop down and it kind of fans out. So it ends up in the walkways, it ends up in the bed, and then in the adjacent walkway. I really prefer for all of this leaf matter to remain in place, or specifically in the bed. So I don't want it going over the walkways, I don't want it spread out, I want it to fold directly down on top of the bed. And if we decide to run a mulching mower back over it, it makes it easier because it's all piled up. Or if we just want to, like this bed, leave this biomass in place, and when it comes time to transplant, we're just going to make a little hole in it and plant through the hole, and this will act as kind of a weed barrier and a cooling mat through the end of the summer. But when you're crimping, in order to avoid that fan out, if you come at it from an angle and hold your bar at about 45 to 60 degrees in the bed, and keep the base of your bar about the center of the bed, and I'll give you a close-up on this, but you want to kind of come at it from an angle and use your rear foot to do the compressing, and you just move a couple inches at a time, press it down, maybe 6-8 inches at a time, and then after you move up a little ways, you come from the other side and do exactly the same thing. Set your bar on an angle, use your rear foot to compress, and maybe this side not so steep of an angle, but you'll mat everything right down the middle, as you can see. And it just kind of lays it down right where you want it instead of off into the walkways. And it makes things a little bit neater. Just sharing a little bit of experience, a little technique that we figured out. We'll get some strays in there. But it works out better for us. Like I said, we like to lay that leaf matter down directly on top of the row rather than have it fan out and then have to go back and rake it back in later.